Hello everyone, welcome to this week's watch list review. Um, I haven't really looked at any of these yet. I know usually I do these reviews on Friday before the market or right when the market closes, but I didn't have a chance to do that yesterday. So I'm doing that today. I really haven't looked at a lot on it. I do know a couple of them did really good, but I don't know about the rest. I also, right after this, I'm going to do my weekly watch list preview for next week. And just for a teaser, there it is. So I'll be doing that video right after this, and we'll see. Let's take a look at see how this past week's watch list did. Here's my watch list. Inside week, I had Anthem, Lumber Liquidators, Micron, and then two up, two down. And when I do a two up, two down, I'm looking for a reversal back up. So it's two up, two down, two back up. So basically, it's a bounce. And the third set that I looked at was an inside bar followed by a two down, followed by a two up, which is very similar to two down, two up, just that the inside bar represents consolidation before the bounce. There's what it means. There's consolidation, and then the bears took it down, but the bears weren't strong enough to hold it down, and the bulls took it right back up. It's a pretty powerful pattern. If you think about it from a psychology standpoint, stocks doing nothing, doing nothing, doing nothing. All of a sudden, bears say, "Okay, let's jump on this and push it down here. Let's short it." And they jump in, and the bulls say, "Oh no, you're not," and they jump right back and push it right back up and overpower them. That shows a pretty strong indication that the bulls are stronger than the bears at that point. So, anyway, let's take a look here. I'm going to slide this up to my other screen. I have not looked at most of these. They do know I did post earlier in the week that a couple of them did really good. Let me go over to the bigger page here. So we had weekly. This was an inside week. You can see we stayed inside. Did not trigger. We did not break the high or the low of last week's inside candle. So it's a double inside week now. If anything, it showed a little bit of weakness because we closed lower than we opened. So it did show a little bit of weakness. This is not on my list. Again, not on my list for next week. So it's something I don't play. I don't think I've ever played this. But, it's not all about me. I'm putting stuff out there for everybody. Lululemon. I keep calling this Lululemon. Lumber Liquidators. Lumber Liquidators did break it and failed. I did actually trade this one. The only reason I traded it, I don't know. I'm not sure if I've ever traded Lumber Liquidators before. But the only reason I traded it was because I looked at the weekly options and the $21 calls were only 30 cents. So I figured it was a lotto. I was going to take it and ride it, and it actually expired at zero. So I lost the whole 30 bucks on it. I knew that going in when I got in it. I knew that it was either going to be a winner or I was going to lose everything on it. So Friday I did put a sell order for $5 just to what the heck, if I get $5, that's $5 more than I'm going to have. Actually $3.40 because of fees, but either way, it didn't sell. It expired worthless. But I knew that when I bought it. I knew it was a lotto. It was only 30 cents. So it triggered and failed. So not a good one there. Micron. Micron did trigger. Micron triggered. The low was 68.90. 69.04 was the trigger. So this one triggered and bounced. I know I probably don't mention it in here, but I like to give these a little bit of room before I jump in. I didn't do it on Lumber Liquidators only because, like I said, it was 30 cents. But I do like to give these a little bit of room. Our trigger, if you look at it here, let me get rid of this. It quits popping up. Our trigger was 69.04. The low of this candle was 68.81. So This one hit 68.90. We didn't quite break the low of this candle here. So in this one, even though the trigger's here, I probably should have put it here, just because it's so close. I mean, it was only a 69.04. There was only a 23-cent difference between these lows here. And this one went kind of right in between it. This one went to 68.90, so would have been 10 more cents before it would have broke the low of this one. 9 more cents would have been the same low. But yeah, either way it failed. I said this was a trigger, and that's what you have to go by. In hindsight, I probably should have said the trigger was below this one. So that was it for the inside weeks. Not much good there. Now we're looking at the 2-2s. Myrna, this is a 2-up. Even though it's red, it's a 2-up. Not a very pretty candle, but it's still a 2-up. Followed by a 2 down, and then we were looking for a 2 back to the upside. We got the 2 back to the upside, but it didn't do anything. Again, trigger was 413.30. We hit 413.80, so we did break it by 50 cents, but it had no follow through. We were near the top of the broadening formation. The broadening formation was drawn off of here. So we were near the top of the broadening formation, but it just had no follow through. So that's another fail. I'm not looking too good this week. Target. Target never triggered. Our trigger was up here. Never even got close to it. In fact, if anything, it was on the weak side. So that was no trade. Here's the 2 that really did good. These were what I was talking about, the Rev Strats, the 1-2-2s. Pull this back down here. You see the 1-2-2. 1 inside candle followed by a 2 down, followed by a 2 up. So we had our inside candle here, followed by a 2 down, followed by a 2 back up. So let me try to zoom in. Our trigger was a break above 369.02. We triggered that. Let's go back to the daily. Right here was, this was Monday. We've triggered that Monday. We opened Monday morning just below that, but instantly went up above it. The open was 368.80. The low was 368.79. So it only pulled back 1 penny before it took off. So your entry was right here early Monday morning. First 2 targets would have been hit. And after this, I don't broadcast it in here, but I think I did mention it last week. When you hit all-time highs, what do you do to look for an exit? And there's a few different strategies. One is the top of the broadening formation, which is right here. This broadening formation was formed way back. It might have been was formed on a weekly, I believe. Yeah. This was formed on the weekly chart from this candle to the top of this candle. Now, yeah, sure, we did break above it here and here and here, but that's still offering resistance there. So if you go back to the daily, so one option is you can look for the top of the broadening formation, which your exit, I probably, if I would have been in it here, I probably would have exited right about here because I'd like to get out just a little bit early. I don't care what it does after that. Another option is set a break, stop. In this case, I'd probably go down to maybe the 2 hour or the 4 hour and look for a close below the 9 EMA. That's another option. Another is if you go to the 60, and 60 might be a little bit too far back. I don't want to say too far back, but too small of a time frame. Here we broke above, hit both targets. Tuesday we were here. You could set a stop for anything below this candle here, and not even a close, just anything below this candle. In this scenario, I wouldn't wait for a close. Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, move your stop to here. Friday, move your stop to here. Actually, I'm looking at this wrong. This is 1 hour. I was thinking it was daily. Okay. So anyway, you get the point. You move your stops up as you go. Once this candle starts forming, move your stop to here. Once this candle starts forming, move your stop to here. Once this candle starts forming, move your stop to here. So you would have got stopped out about right here if you followed that strategy. If you would have followed a close below 9 EMA, you would have got stopped out here. Sometimes it works out better, sometimes it doesn't. In this case, it doesn't. You would have been, wouldn't have been much of a difference because you're looking at 372.95-ish for your stop out. Where over here, you would have been looking at 373.14. So only 20 cents. Not really a huge difference, but time decay would have got you here too. So you have to keep that in mind. So that's a couple different ways. If you were doing the broadening formation, this would have been your stop right here, your exit. If you were doing a lower candle, your exit would have been right here. If you're doing 9 EMA, your exit would have been over here. So, and you could do the 2 hour, you could do the 4 hour. It's really up to you. If you look at the 2 hour, we go back to Monday, we broke it here. Close below the 9 EMA would have happened on Thursday morning right at the open. Shortly after the open, because we opened here, assumedly went up and then pulled back down and then back up at the end of the day. Without looking at the lower time frame, I'm just guessing that, but you get the point. So that's different ways to look for an exit. Square, by the way, QQQ was a killer. Square, another killer. You had your inside candle here, your 1, followed by 2 down, followed by 2 back up. Even though this candle is pretty much a doji, it still broke the first 2 targets with very nice moves. You're looking at $5 moves, over $5, probably closer to $6 moves here from the trigger. We opened Monday. We opened Monday right here, just barely above the trigger, and I have to look at a lower time frame to see what it did here, if it pulled back and then shot back up or what it did. But either way, here's the first target, here's the second target, broke both of them. Let's look at the daily and see what went on here. We opened Monday slightly above it. I'm going to guess we pulled back, shot up, and then came back again. And again, I'll have to look at even a lower time frame to figure that out for sure. But either way, you're looking at if you look at the 60-minute Monday, opened here, came down just below it, shot back up. If you're looking at the broadening formation for an exit, you would have exited about here, which was also previous high. Look at the green dotted line. Previous high from, I believe it was this candle right here. So you would have been right at the almost exact same point for that previous high in the broadening formation. That for sure would have been an exit for me. If you would have looked at the stop below the 6 or the 9 EMA, you're looking at right here for an exit. Sure, you would have gave up some money there for sure on that. If you were doing the reversal candle, you had a giant 2 up followed by an inside, 2 up, inside, and then your exit would have been right here. The low of this candle, which is 270.63. As soon as you break below that 270.63, you're out. You don't wait for the close of the candle. You could open Monday morning or Wednesday morning, whatever morning. You could open right here, and this thing could drop all the way down to here. Are you going to wait for the close of the candle? I'm not. You're already in profit. Why would you wait till the candle closes to get out when you're way down here and give that up? I know a lot of people teach wait for the close of the candle. I don't buy that. Just because of that reason. This candle here, if your exit would have been below the close of the candle, your exit would have been right here. But were you going to wait and give up all this money? So, but that's it for this week. For this week's preview, Square, QQQ were definitely really good trades. You went up and broke the first 2 targets. And I call this pivot high. It wasn't actually a pivot. It was the target. I was looking at the wrong dash line. This was actually the target. So yeah, your target and your broadening formation were both in the same spot. So I definitely would have been out right there. But yeah, Square, QQQ, big winners. There were a few that didn't trigger at all, and some that just they triggered and just went right back the other way. So not a real great week for the watch list, unless these were the only two that you traded. If these were the only two you traded, you had a really good week. Unfortunately, I think it was Target, Micron, and Lumber Liquidators. I know Lumber Liquidators, and I think Micron, maybe it was Target. Those three triggered and went back the other way, so they were losers. But hopefully you honored your stops and were disciplined in that sense. So thanks for watching, and I'll get my other video. I'm going to do it right now and get it posted too. Thanks for watching. Bye.